With multiple fights on hand in both the pro and amateur ranks, Battle Arena Birmingham is sure to deliver the goods. I'm Jendo with Combat Sports UK, and this is your Battle Arena Birmingham preview show.
Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports UK.
Battle Arena Birmingham will feature a stacked card, including the pro divisions getting underway. The main event will be Nikolai Pirogan taking on Dylan Tuke in a fight that will decide the Pro Battle Arena featherweight champion. Mush Aslani also looks to become a Battle Arena Pro champion in the co-main event. Charlotte Cooper vs. Summer Olney is a bout that could determine the next big female MMA prospect out of the UK scene. This bout is for all the marbles, including the belt. Chrissy Mountford will be defending his championship as well on the amateur side of things, and as you can tell, the show is absolutely stacked. I had the pleasure of catching up with James Price, the owner and promoter of Battle Arena. He was a blast to speak to and did a great job hyping us up for the fights this weekend. Joining us now is the owner and promoter of MMA Battle Arena. Once again, MMA Battle Arena Braven is this weekend on March 19th. You can catch it on Live MMA. James Price, how is morale this fight week?
Morale is pretty good. We're ready to go. As it stands, touch wood, the fights are all ready to go. Obviously it is fight week. Who knows what may happen? but yeah, we're good. We're ready, man.
Especially with seeing cards like Cage Warriors 134 falling apart, it's pretty neat to see some of these shows on the circuit staying fully together for the most part. A stacked card from top to bottom, which features the launch of your pro divisions. How excited are you to be promoting pro bouts as well as amateur now? And what a main event we're getting underway with.
Yeah, we're really excited. We've got ambitions to make a proper go of the pro divisions now. We're known as being, the top show for amateur fighters in Europe. Every show that we put on for the amateurs is an international show. And it's something that we're looking to bring into the pro divisions as well. I think on that, not just on the pro card, but on the actual whole card, I think we've got 14 traveling countries coming to fight on the card. So, we are a bona fide international promotion now rather than, like a satellite promotion like we possibly used to be.
Well, Nick Pirogan, Dylan Tuke, that's the main event. How did you guys settle on this fight? And what do you expect to see in terms of action from these two fighters who have only lost to the steepest of competition?
Well, from a promoter's point of view, we're hoping they're going to stand and bang. It's the dream, isn't it? Nikolai's strength is obviously in his kickboxing. He's very good. He had a walkaway finish last time he fought with an elbow, put someone, out cold properly. Dylan's pedigree is there. He's an all-rounder. Who knows how it's going to go? Knowing the type of fighter Dylan is, he'll probably try and test Nikolai's standing. But if you don't like it, he'll take him to the floor. Who knows?
Before the pro slate, we have an absolutely loaded amateur undercard. What are some of the fights from the amateur side of things that you think the fans should be watching closely?
You've got, there's people on this card, I kid you not, that are going to be top pro fighters in the next 2 years. They're going to be making the ranks of, going through worse into Bellator and everything. So my first one would be Dylan Lagai versus Chrissy Mountford. Dylan's the bona fide number 2 French IMAF fighter who replaced the number 1 IMAF fighter against Chrissy originally.
We're speaking to Chrissy tomorrow as well.
Yeah, Chrissy's our existing European champion. He went viral with a very impressive teep knockout last time, one of the last times that he fought. You've got Jamie Hayes versus Sean Clancy. Sean Clancy came in late for that, but he's just come off of winning a title up in Scotland. It's just it's ridiculous. The female fight, Charlotte versus Summer, both top of the game in the division. It could go anywhere. There's and even for instance, George Caruana versus Jonathan Lewis, they're fighting for a British title, but both these guys are now progressing at such a level where they'll be contending for Europeans and Worlds, after this. So top notch, top notch.
We've spoken to numerous fighters, and plenty have said that Battle Arena, in their opinion, is as good a show as it gets in the UK. How important is it to you and to Battle Arena as a whole to give fighters this treatment that keeps them coming back to the promotion? You touched on how important it is that, hey, you may just be the best regional promotion or the regional amateur circuit out there, but hearing how the fighters speak of you guys, what does it mean personally to build these relationships?
It means everything to us because we've always tried to build a reputation on quality of matching, quality of production, and we're always looking. One of the company ethos is that every time we do a new event, there's going to be something bigger and better in there to make it a better experience for the fighters and the fans. So recently we've done multi deals with different pay-per-view avenues. We've got like TV deals in place. It's going in the right direction.
It sure is, man. I see it. I'm sure everyone else can as well.
Yeah, and it's one of the things we really try to do is make sure that our matching is good. Occasionally you get the odd one where you think you've matched a good fight and someone gets knocked out quick, but 9 times out of 10 they're quality matchups, and they're bona fide international matchups as well. We like I say, we fly in international teams to freshen up the UK market. That's something we've done from the early days, from about 2013.
Oh man, if you had one chance and one chance only to sell the pay-per-view to the fans, what would you say?
I would say you're watching a bona fide world-class amateur event just as a prelim. And then I think we're making a statement with our pro card. We're looking to be contenders in the pro division, and things will only get better from this day.
Man, it was a pleasure to have you on. Hopefully I can catch you for a couple of minutes post-show, man. We're going to be dropping these pre and post for your Battle Arena shows coming up. We're excited to get them out, and it's thrilling to have you on the first one. Let the fans know where to find you, where to find Battle Arena, and where they can watch as well, because this weekend's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, best place to get all the information is just to go to www.mmabattlearena.com. That's got all the links to the socials there. It's got all the links to the pay-per-views, and you'll literally can just pick everything up from there. Battle Arena TV is on there, YouTube, everything that you need.
Awesome. Thank you very much, my friend. Hope to speak to you again, and good luck this weekend with Battle Arena.
Thank you very much, mate.
From the promoter to a top-tier talent, Benoit Present enters 5-0 in the amateur ranks and is looking to make a statement when he faces off against 5-1 Matthias Ursau. If Benoit is able to move to 6-0 and look impressive in the process, this man could be seeing gold very soon. I caught up with the Frenchman going in. Now joining us, French MMA prospect standing at 3-0 on the amateur circuit, Benoit Present. How are you feeling ahead of this war that you're about to wage this weekend?
Well, I'm feeling good. I can't wait to compete because we didn't get to compete a lot with COVID, and before in France, we didn't have a competition. So I'm really excited.
You entered this fight with a 5-0 amateur record, and your opponent stands 5-1. You are both highly respected prospects in the fight game. How important is this fight to you this weekend?
I think it will be important. Sorry. I'm excited because we take off the shin pads, and so I look forward to this. It will be a good fight before I got to do the European Championship with IMAF. So, I just want to compete a lot. So this fight is like any other fight.
So in preparing for this fight, what have you seen from Matthias that he excels at? Where do you think he is best?
I saw that he's got good boxing. And he liked to leg kick a little bit. So, but it's no problem. I think I'm quite complete. So I think it's going to be a good fight. It's a good challenge. And so I can't wait.
If everything goes according to plan and you take the victory, how will it happen this weekend?
Uh, as I said, I am quite complete. So obviously, I have a game plan, but I think it can come from like any scenario. Striking on the ground is quite complete too. So I got a game plan, but I'm just ready for every scenario, like every compartment of the fight game.
Absolutely love to hear that you're ready to rock. Looking forward to seeing you this weekend, man, in Birmingham. Well, this is going to be a great fight. If anybody wants to find you on Instagram, where can they find you, my friend?
It's like Benoit It's like Benoit. The one like, how do you call that?
Underscore. I'll also throw it on
Underscore
the
like
screen as well. They'll see it right by you.
underscore PRARI. Excuse my English.
No, you're perfectly fine, my friend. Awesome. So we'll throw it up right here on the screen. It was a pleasure to speak to you, my friend. Once you get that victory this weekend, hopefully we have you back on a little bit longer.
Thank you. Look forward to talk to you then.
Elsewhere on the card, George Caruana has suffered his fair share of struggles in his amateur MMA career. This weekend, he gets the chance to erase it all and secure the coveted British Championship, a belt that would validate his journey into MMA. I spoke with a very motivated George Caruana just days before Battle Arena Birmingham. Now joining us is George Caruana, who is scheduled to do battle with Jonathan Lewis for the British Battle Arena Championship. George, how is the mind and body a few days out?
Yeah, the mind's good. Everything's going to plan. Weight's on going to plan. It's just water loading, so it's just going up to the toilet every sort of 20 minutes. Not ideal, but it's got to be done.
The chance to fight for the British belt, what does that mean to you?
Well, to me, this belt represents more than just the belt itself, because I fought for 3 belts before this. So to me, once it's in my hands, that will complete a journey for me, and hopefully I'll be able to move on to a new chapter after I get a belt.
But with 2 of your wins being in your last 3 fights, maybe you've turned the page to a new chapter. Do you believe that you're coming into your own a bit at this point of your amateur career? And what has allowed you to put it all together?
Well, that's got to be changing gym, being surrounded by a good support network and high level fighters, such as like the Creasy brothers, and then going up to BST to get sparring where there's loads of people my weight. So that's gave me a lot of progress in that sort of sense.
So what, if anything, have you seen on your opponent or of your opponent that tells you just how dangerous he could be?
I think I've seen 2 of his fights. He seems to be like more of a submission guy. But that's expected coming from a 10th Planet gym. But yeah, other than that, that's it really. To be honest, I'm not too focused on him. I hear we've both been in the gym putting in our work, so that's ideal, and we're both going to get there healthy. So now I just look to get there healthy and make weight, and then the fun begins for me.
You say the fun begins, but what do you do to ensure that you walk out with that British strap this weekend?
Just go in there. I don't know. To me, obviously, I have a faith in Jesus. So whatever He wills, that will be done. But just going in there, stepping in there, and hopefully I'll be able to get a TKO. Would be nice to go
Coming
with
from
it.
A man of faith to another one. I love to hear it, man, and I'll be pulling for you this weekend. Thank you for stopping in on such short notice. Thank you for being so easy to arrange with, man. Let the fans know where to find you on Instagram. We'll get you out of here.
Oh, it's George the Dragon 1997. I had to think about that one, but yeah, I appreciate your time, John, as well. And
Yes, sir.
look forward to the next one.
Exactly. We'll be speaking again, my friend. Jamie Hayes will be taking on well-known and well-respected Scotsman Sean Clancy this weekend as well. A fight that could potentially be fight of the night could go either way. I caught up with Jamie, who let me in on a bit of his mindset heading in. Now joining us is Jamie Hayes, who makes the 10th walk this weekend at Battle Arena, Birmingham. Jamie, how was fight week?
Yeah, man, it's all good. Obviously started the weight cut now, so just drinking loads of fluids, cutting out carbs. So yeah, it's a big week. Obviously this week, heavy training started. Well, 2 weeks worth of sprints now. So yeah, it's just the last bits of preparation. Obviously, it's showtime on Saturday.
Looking to rebound from a loss and your prior experiences, is it the losses that you learn more from?
Yeah, I'd say it is, to be honest. Obviously, when you win, you're on a win streak. You're not really you get a bit lax on your training, but obviously you get beat. You go back to the drawing board. And obviously
where do you think you've improved the most since the last time we saw you? Sorry to cut you off there. Continue.
I'd probably say the ground I got took down in my last fight, and I needed to get to my feet quicker. Obviously, I was worried about getting tired, but cardio is my main sort of aspect in the fight game. So, but yeah, been doing plenty of resting. Obviously, this daddy one fighter now, he looks like he's a handy wrestler ground. So we've been doing plenty of work in that department in regard to this fight.
When you're out there, what do you want to show the world that you're capable of?
Just love getting the finish. I always love getting the finish. To be honest, most of my amateur fights, I've never really sort of shown what I can actually do. There's more to be shown from me, so I'm hoping to prove that Saturday. Go out there and get a big finish.
If all goes well on Saturday, say it's a perfect night, how does Jamie Hayes walk home victorious?
Few drinks for the lads, and then obviously spend a good night with the missus, and then obviously day after straight back into camp. Look at getting a professional fighting, and then start.
You looking at pro after this one? 10th amateur? Are we finally making the jump?
Yeah, this will be my last amateur fight. I think I've got a decent enough record now, 6-3. So, I've had a few fights. I've had a few kickboxing fights as well. I've got 2 kickboxing amateur titles as well. So, I think obviously with the elbows and the knees, it suits me a lot better as well in the longer rounds. So, yeah, see how we get on with the pro in the pro category.
Hopefully to see 7-3. And hey, hopefully we get to speak to you post-fight or before your pro debut, man. Thank you for joining us. Hope to speak to you again in the future. Kledi Disha will wage war with Cian Kelly at Battle Arena, Birmingham, and both of these men will be looking to move to 2-0. Kledi secured a finish in the first 45 seconds his last time out, which was his first amateur bout. Listen to what Kledi had to say about going into his second. Now joining us is Kledi Disha, who stands 1-0 on the regional circuit and prepares to take on Cian Kelly this weekend at Battle Arena, Birmingham. How are you feeling ahead of this fight week?
Feeling ready, man. I've been training so hard, and then I'm ready to go on Saturday.
It's always got to be nice to get the first win out of the way, but what is different this time out compared to the last one?
I don't think so any difference, to be honest, from the last one. But same results, I'll get that win no matter what. Everything is going to be, every single fight I'm going to have, I'm going to try to get the win, and hopefully I'll get it there.
What is the game plan going in? Is there anything specifically that you want to implement and make him feel early on?
To be honest, depends what he does, but I'm ready for anything. To have grappling, striking, I'm all 10 out of 10 on everywhere. In every way.
You love to hear it. Battle Arena is often touted as one of the best amateur promotions out there. What does it mean to you to be able to go out there at Battle Arena and come home victorious?
Well, it means a lot of me. We've put so much work on this camp, and getting the win, that's what we want. That's what we train for.
You've trained for the win, and how does it come this weekend? How do you walk out with a victory this weekend?
I'm going to walk with Victor with my heads up, man, because that's what I said, we've been training I've been training so much, 4 sessions a day. I don't think an amateur does that, but I do that every single camp. I fight 3 to 4 sessions a day, every single day.
Who are some of the bodies that help you in the gym, man? Who are some of the guys that help you the most?
Well, we have Stan, which I've standing in. He's fighting on the same card. Then we've got other fighters, which is Jordan, the cage warriors champion. There's a lot to be honest with that.
Jordan is actually going to be on our Cage Warriors 134 preview show as well. It's an interesting note.
Yeah, so we've got a few guys that helped me. So yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, man. As I said, it's a little bit short, but in the future, I'm sure we'll be speaking again. The first win is out of the way. Hopefully number 2 is coming up, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty more. Kledi, thank you for joining us, man. And I'll see you on the next one.
I appreciate it.
It's always intriguing to me to speak to someone heading into their amateur debut. For Lloyd Poor, this weekend is just that. Lacing the boots up for the first time, I spoke with Lloyd to gauge the nerves and emotions heading into the first fight night. Now joining us ahead of his MMA debut is Lloyd Poor, who will fight Jake Saunders at Battle Arena Birmingham this weekend. Lloyd, how are the nerves heading into this, your very first fight week?
It's all right, man. It's all right. It's my debut, but I've done it for a while now. I've loved fighting since I went to uni. I was about 19. So I'm excited for the fight. You know, I was more nervous for the camp and how that would go, but it went really, really well. Got a real good team around me, so smashing it. Yeah.
How has the training camp been in preparation for Birmingham?
It's been really good. I moved gym, so I was training, sort of plotting around different places whilst I was sort of getting into the sport. But I found a real good home at 10th Planet Banbury Striking Clinic and Precision MMA, and got some really good teammates, real different, varied styles. So there's nothing that I'm not going to be expecting at this point right now. Yeah.
Your opponent is Jake Saunders. Do you have any footage or any idea of what he's going to be throwing at you, or are you going in blind a little bit? Could be a little bit hard to footage sometimes this early in the career.
Yeah. When it's a debut, yeah. I know that he comes from a more of a kickboxing type gym, more of a stand-up gym. So I'm expecting some sort of a stand-up fight, I guess.
If all goes perfect this weekend, how do you walk out victorious with your arm raised for the first time?
On my way to McDonald's, probably. It's been a big weight cut. It's been a big one. My coach will kill me for saying that, but yeah, to be honest, it's a debut. I'm not here to talk shit or be rude to the opponent. It's all respect. If I come out victorious, it will just be handshake, celebration with my friends, and then on to the next one, get the next fight sorted.
Let the fans know where to find you on social media, and hopefully we'll get speaking to you after the card, man.
Yeah, at Lloyd 10p, representing 10th Planet, Striker Clinic, Precision MMA. Few of my teammates have already got on the cards. We're undefeated as a team, so plan to keep it that way.
Keep it that way this weekend, man. Pleasure talking to you. Hope to speak to you again. Well, folks, it looks like we have arrived at the end of this preview show. Make sure you head over to Battle Arena's website and jump on the pay-per-view, as you won't want to miss these spectacular title fights from both the pro and the amateur ranks. Thank you, as always, to all of the fighters for appearing. I'm Jendo with Combat Sports UK, signing off.
Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports UK.